Good morning.
Good morning.
Hello.
Welcome to Trekfast.
The show where we eat breakfast and watch Star Trek.
Indeed.
I am Corey.
I'm Yosef.
And I'm Mike.
Yosef's been on an episode before, but he is our distinguished guest.
We're happy to have him back.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm
And
glad to be here.
Today we're out in the hut. We are in paradise. We are with friends. We are eating breakfast. We're going to watch Star Trek. We're having a great time.
Oh, yeah. We have the VCR set up in the hut so we can watch VHS like we have been doing with the original movies.
So we're going to watch Star Trek V, The Final Frontier. Yosef, have you seen this movie before?
I have, but it was a very long time ago.
I've never seen it, and I've only heard bad things. But, you know,
It's very strange.
I'm here to find out for myself. Corey?
Yes, I have seen it.
Great.
And
Boy, is it weird.
I thought the last movie was bad too, but rewatching it, I liked the last movie.
Yeah,
but this one, I have some. I don't think this is one of my favorites. That's just all I'm gonna say. But it might change my mind. Who knows? When there's breakfast and friends involved, your whole opinion.
That's
could
true.
Be changed.
We don't talk about that, but sometimes your overall experience of you and your comfort and mindset exactly when you go into a movie is a very big factor in it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
what are we having for breakfast?
Thank you, Corey. Why don't you show first?
Simple breakfast staple: the sausage, egg, and cheese on a brioche.
Turkey sausage.
Turkey sausage, and a dollop of sriracha, which is, in my measurement, it's actually 3 dollops.
Yosef, what do you got?
I have. I went to the bakery where they normally have breakfast foods, and they did not have any more. So
It's competitive there. You
Yeah.
got to get there early.
But since this is the first thing I've eaten today, Michael has allowed it to be breakfast. So
Yeah, have you
I
raised
have
raise it up
A
higher?
strict breakfast regimen.
a turkey artichoke sandwich with tomatoes and spinach. So
Get that a little closer.
Yes, superb.
Maybe open up
sandwich.
the bread for the audience a little.
Breakfast.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's in
And
there.
yeah, some of you thinking out there that's not a breakfast food, like Yosef just said. I think breakfast counts as either the first thing you ate of the day or a breakfast food at any time of the day. Those are at least our definitions here.
Idiot.
Yeah. Fuck you.
Yeah.
This is a bacon, egg, and cheese on a brioche, and with like a little figure 8 of sriracha on it. And I got my cold brew coffee. I'm feeling good.
Yeah.
Let's
We've
watch
been drinking
this,
a lot of coffee.
Let's watch this weird movie.
So it is time. I'm putting the tape in the VCR.
Oh, that sounds pretty nice.
Looks horrible.
Yeah, I saw a lot of horses on the cover of this movie, so it looks like there's gonna be a lot of horses.
That's the reason I watch Star Trek is for the horses. This place is a prison.
I have to think about a few things.
Yeah, there's a lot to think about.
Shut up. You don't deserve it.
We've found the final frontier.
All right, Yosef, why don't you give a recap of the movie for our viewers?
Yeah.
Yes. So I guess it starts off with they reveal that there's a Vulcan and he has emotions and he's laughing. He cackles, which I guess they put in there to show he had emotion. But if you didn't know, I think that's what they were doing. But
Right.
but it seemed like they didn't really explain that. They just had him laughing, and then I guess that Kirk and all his friends Kirk and Bones and Spock are on vacation in Yosemite, and they sit around a campfire and they sing "Row, row, row your boat." And it's really awkward and really dumb.
It takes a long time.
They
It's not
eat up
some-
a
it's
lot
not like,
of runtime.
Yeah.
This movie's only an hour and 40 minutes long, and they spent 5 whole minutes teaching Spock the lyrics to "Row, row, row your boat," and then singing it, and then trying to get him to join in, and then him refusing.
Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream.
Right. Pretty strange.
There's a lot of useless
So then,
stuff.
then I guess that they call the 3 of them back onto the Enterprise, which is broken. Which they show that the Enterprise is broken by having 4 or 5 scenes where Scotty emerges from underneath a piece of equipment and goes, "Oh, it'll be fixed in a moment, sir," and it never is. It stays broken. And then they go to this planet that's been taken over by this Vulcan guy who laughs a lot. He's taken hostages on this planet, which is supposed to be like a it's supposed to be like a peaceful planet, like a neutral zone, but he's taking hostages, which is not what you're supposed to do there. So they go there to confront him, and then he has all these people on his side already, and the whole planet's
He has some kind of like brainwashing, emotion manipulating powers, and he is like has this whole following now.
Right. Yeah. The way they explain it is like all these people share their deepest pain with him, and then they both share it. So then they're all a part of this unit.
Yeah.
Which sounds kind of special and important, but it's dumb.
It's weird.
The way they do it is dumb.
Right. Yeah. On paper, like an idea
like,
of a
this seems
Vulcan
cool,
like starting
yeah.
a cult about emotions, like it's
Right.
kind of cool, but they don't. It's not very
They
executed
really
well.
make it
Sorry.
silly. Yeah, no, they go out of the,
Yeah.
it's like they went out of their way to make it silly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then it's revealed later that the Vulcans' plan is to go past the barrier, which I guess is like this literal barrier of like between the known universe and the unknown, which is why I guess they call it the final frontier. And he thinks he's going to find his version, or like the Vulcans' version of God there, where he can get all this knowledge. I guess they fly around. Like they turn the whole crew, including Kirk, onto his side very quickly. And by the they become friends for no reason. They go from animosity to just friends with nothing in between.
Yeah.
And then they like there was like a second where I thought it was going to be like really like I had like a second where I was enjoying it, where they were getting up to the barrier, and it seemed like maybe there'd be something like cool, like some existential thing on the other side that would explain like some kind of worldview, or it just state some kind of opinion other than like we're making like this movie is stupid.
Yeah.
But they didn't. They went on the other side, and there was like a god there. But it was mean. And Kirk's response to finding God was to be like, and God says he wants them to bring the starships so they can transport him somewhere. And he's like, why do you need it? And then he zaps him with his laser eyes. Someone else is like, no, really, why do you need it? And then he's like, zaps him with his laser eyes. And then they kill it.
Right.
Then they kill it, and they kill it along with the Vulcan inside of it.
Right. That's pretty much it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a Klingon chasing them.
Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah, which is inconsequential. The Klingon chases them all over the place. And
Just
then by
for a
the
little
end,
extra tension.
Yeah.
All right.
Like literally a dash of tension.
And then by the end, he's forced to apologize
and
to
then
Kirk.
he becomes their friend
Says
instantly
sorry.
also.
Yeah.
Everyone just becomes friends in the end.
I apologize.
And
all
God
drinking
was
at
the
the
bad
end.
guy all along.
Right. Which I guess is a view,
All right.
is an opinion.
Yeah.
or whatever this thing
Yeah.
that they all
William
went
Shatner
for.
directed this, and I guess that was his opinion that God is just the bad guy.
Yeah.
All right.
So.
Okay. Who wants to give a review first then?
Oh boy.
Corey, do you want to go?
No, you guys go. I want to hear what you guys got to say.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll go first then, because Joseph just talked a lot. I think this movie's pretty bad, and I think that it is like cartoonish, but not in a good way. And typically, I like movies that are cartoonish, but it like is cartoonish in a way that doesn't really fit Star Trek, or it doesn't like the last movie was silly too, but this one feels like it is a step even lower. And at times, it's like the humor is really just like bad sitcom jokes, and silly and cartoonish at times too, but not in a good way. It feels like, and I think we saw that Shatner wrote and directed it, right? So
right.
it feels like it's just watching a love letter to himself, which at times is kind of enjoyable and entertaining, but then it gets pretty old pretty fast.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone talking about themselves for 90 minutes.
Right.
It's old.
And like we mentioned, like all of the bad guys just end up being friends in the end, like instantly.
Except for God.
Except for God, right. If I had to, I specifically hated the scene where Uhura,
Oh, right.
seduces a whole group of like soldiers in the desert, and it's just a really terrible scene, and
Yep.
it doesn't make any sense, and it's not funny, and it's not good.
Yeah. It's weird. It's very weird.
I guess if I had to say I like anything about this movie, I was trying to look for a positive, I would say maybe I liked it when Spock gave that horse the Vulcan pinch. And
he pinched a horse.
That horse go right to sleep.
And
That's it. That's all I like.
It's so hard to find anything enjoyable about this movie.
we did talk about we did all notice that there's this like one scene where when they start talking about the idea of a Vulcan. Oh, who's Spock's brother, by the way? We forgot to even mention that.
'Cause they barely mention
it comes out of nowhere, and it's like no one even cares at that point that it's his brother, because it's just like it feels like, why do I even care? I just found this out now.
Right.
Yeah.
And then they kill him right away.
They didn't
There's
like
no-
earn that reveal. It's just
Right.
dumb, and
Yeah.
I don't know.
there's so much useless bullshit that happens the whole time, and they get
It's
stuck
all
in
of
a
it.
prison
Like,
just to
there's-
get out.
yeah.
There's just a lot of rambling.
Right.
It's so bad.
I'm gonna give it a 1 bacon, egg, and cheese out of 5.
Yeah.
Yosef,
Yeah.
what's your review?
Mine's one half of a turkey and artichoke sandwich.
Right. Was there
Wow,
anything
a
you
half.
liked about it? Anything you enjoyed?
Like I said, like there was a moment where I thought I was about to enjoy it, and then it just destroyed my any
Right.
joy I would have had. It was when they go up to the barrier. They're like, okay, maybe there's going to be something cool on the other side that like will be some payoff that makes all this at least a little worth it.
Yeah.
And they didn't. It's like it's like someone hiding behind a curtain and they open it and they
Right.
spit in your face.
I'll
with
say I
salt.
like the lightning eyes. Lightning eyes are pretty cool.
Right,
guess,
right.
yeah.
I do like how God's just some asshole,
I'd like
whatever
God's
he is.
superpower, which
Yeah.
was lightning eyes, and lightning eyes alone. Nothing, no knowledge to speak of.
Yeah,
Didn't know anyone's
Yeah.
name. They called him out. They're like, "Don't you know who I am?" Right? He's like, "No."
But I have lightning
Yeah,
eyes.
but I have
so
lightning
is
eyes.
that
I do
God
this.
enough for you?
Pretty sure that I can lightning eyes you whenever I
Right.
want.
So you give it a 1 also?
I give it a half.
Oh, you're
half.
giving us a half.
Yeah,
Give it a
I
lower
had
one.
an
I'll
entire
give it at
sandwich.
least a 1.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Corey, what do you think?
Well, I think Kirk is hilarious. I think Shatner's hilarious. So this movie is literally just him, like, basically, like, inflating his own ego. It's so funny. The movie starts out with him just climbing a mountain. He's just climbing a mountain, just freehand, and he's like, this is what you got to do. And it's kind of
Oh,
crazy.
and don't forget that shirt he wears later.
Right. He then, like, changes into it once their shore leave is canceled. He changes into his official garb, and he just has a white shirt that just says "Go climb a rock."
Oh,
Just
right.
Go do. That's my new
That's
life.
what he did,
Go
yeah.
climb a rock. But yeah, the whole movie is just, and I was like, you know what, this is pretty funny, but it's too long, and they kept just stretching it out. With
That's the thing.
nonsense.
The movie was not very long, but it felt like an eternity of nightmares.
Yeah, it really did.
It was like a little over 90 minutes, and it was.
Right.
So
The reason everyone did everything was really stupid, and they made every character.
Is
They
there
just
anything
dumped
you
out
liked about
every
it?
character about it. I guess that shirt is pretty great.
All right.
Oh, there's for some reason they have these like intimate conversations. There's only like maybe once or twice, but the three main go into this room, and there's just a giant like I guess a boat wheel, like a boat steering wheel, but it's like a
Right,
giant
like the pirate
sailing
wheel,
boat wheel,
yeah.
like a pirate ship.
Right.
And it's like, is this just for show? It's clear because we know where they operate
Right.
the
I
ship,
assume
so
it's
they
just
just
for
have
show,
this. And when they finally
the
thwarted the god or whatever, they're like, is he gone? And he just says, "You" at the top of his.
Right.
It's like you.
Right.
You
Very
Kirk.
strange dialogue for
Really
a
weird.
godlike figure. Just to say you.
Everything about
Cartoon
this-
villain, yeah.
Yeah. Again, it was funny, but everything about it was just like drawn out and annoying, and like, why are we here? Or why is this happening? So yeah, I was thinking of giving it a 2, but got to be a 1, like
Right.
at tops.
Very low reviews here.
Yeah.
There was one thing we all noticed that we enjoyed too, which is when Bones first learns about the Vulcan who has feelings. He kind of like has this weird look in his eyes, like,
Right,
oh
no,
yeah,
he
it excites
has,
him. The
yeah.
concept.
He has like a sexual.
Right.
The line
attraction
is a
towards
Vulcan
Vulcans.
with
Right.
feelings.
We already
Like,
know. We've already
whoa.
talked on the show how much he wants to fuck Spock. So he has this like Vulcan fetish, and now the
There's a
idea
history.
exactly of a Vulcan who could love him back. It just you could tell it excites him.
Yeah,
Imagine that. A passionate Vulcan.
it was. It's
good acting,
It
I
was.
think.
It was revealing. Yeah. Everyone did all right except Shatner. I feel like even towards the end, like just like I don't know, the end was so bad. It just kept getting worse and worse and worse, and then it just the last 5 minutes you're just barely hanging on
Right.
to like it's so bad.
Yeah. It's an endurance test, and we don't like it pretty much.
It's like a music crescendoing, and then at the end it's just a fart.
Yeah.
Really,
That's
really
what it
is.
was. Yeah.
All
You
right.
get an angry god.
Well, at least
The-
at least we
the
know
buttocks
now.
of an
Yeah, we
angry
know.
god.
We know.
We know.
All right, that's all we have time for today. Goodbye, everyone.
Thanks for
Happy
watching.
Trekfast.